Yeah, so it is changing the color temperature filter. All right. Well, we're Facebook and YouTube. Thank you guys for telling us that. I'm sending a text to my boss, and we're having camera issues this morning. I enjoy the fact that you guys are here. I'm sorry it took me so long to wake up to the fact that you guys are here. Thank you for our assignment desk, Melissa down there, passing along the nuggets of information that we all need. Well, we are over that shooting that happened in the early morning hours. California Highway Patrol, they are going through all the paces down there, trying to get exactly what happened. We're not really in the right spot to look at it right now, basically because of the fact that we're having camera issues. If you've been watching and you've been listening to me and you've been seeing that camera do all those crazy shifts, new ship. I know any of you guys that follow me on Facebook or any of the other social media platforms probably have seen some of the posts that we have a new helicopter. Well, maybe not new to us, but the helicopter itself is amazing and just a great piece of technology. I'm really new to the Bell products, if anybody cares. I'm not sure the folks that are probably tuning in don't want to hear about technical issues. You want to know about what's going on down there. That's the shooting scene that we've been talking about. This is going to be southbound 405, Sherman Oaks area, just past the valley. It's just past the Sepulveda off-ramp. So it's south of the 101, just past the off-ramp that gets you onto Sepulveda. You've got that Mustang there right up against the wall. We were trying to see if it had flat tires as well. California Highway Patrol, and this is the norm. I'm not. It's not like I'm trying to slam anybody or say anything under my breath. Is basically an incident happened here. There were shots fired. The driver of that Mustang was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. No officers were injured, but very little information about how, why, and what is coming out. We don't know. Was this a chase? Did that car slam into the center divider? Did they pull up on the vehicle offering aid, and then the guy got out, maybe confused and dazed with a weapon? Who knows? The officers that were there, they might have more information, and they probably are talking to their supervisors, and this will come out to the media sooner or later. What we can tell you, though, is that scene is very active right now. They have detectives out there, and I would guess, because this is a fatal shooting, that they might actually even have detectives from other departments, because that's kind of the norm. Whenever there's a fatal shooting involving an officer, they don't usually, especially here in California, Southern California, they don't usually allow just their department to do the investigation. They want to make sure that it is more non-biased than usually would be, or not that any investigation is biased. I got to watch my words. You know how it goes. But basically what happens is they'll bring in a detective from the sheriff's department or a detective from LAPD to help investigate, to give more of an interagency type of feel to the actual investigation. What happened there? Well, right now the only people that know are those two officers from those two vehicles, California Highway Patrol officers that were there when that shooting happened. What is it doing to the actual commute this morning? Well, Vinny had that shot of besides the traffic out here, he had a shot of what was going on the freeway. They have set up a command post. There's a number of people out there. So this is going to be closed for a long time. And we're talking hours. They do have cones set up, and that is something that is new and something that has changed. So they might actually be opening up 2 lanes here shortly. Is that going to relieve the pressure on the 405? It will relieve the pressure. Is it going to solve this problem? Heck no. The 405 southbound, if you guys are not local, is one of the busiest freeways we have out here in Southern California. There is a traffic jam here pretty much 24/7. That's not really true. Middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty wide open. But anytime, commuter, anytime when there's a commuter time, it is going to be busy. On the weekends, it is always busy. And so right now, because of the morning rush hour, it has really destroyed the drive. If you are local, you are getting your news from this. Why aren't you just watching? Why aren't you just watching the Good Morning, Good Day LA? I just don't understand. But if this is your format of choice, Let me just make it really simple. If you are in the valley, the San Fernando Valley, and you plan on taking the 405 freeway south in any way, shape, or form, don't. It's that simple. Even if you're just like, well, I just jump on at Roscoe and get off at Sherman Way. Don't do it. You will be sitting in traffic forever, it seems. The freeway itself is extremely slow moving. It looks like it is basically just a parking lot from the 118 down to the 101 freeway. It is completely stopped. And there isn't any time frame on when they're going to reopen the freeway completely. And it does look like they are going to allow a couple of lanes of traffic to start flowing here shortly. But that's really not going to solve any of the problem for these folks that are on there. If you know somebody that is in that traffic, call them up. Well, you know two people? Who do you know? Oh, if if you know somebody in that traffic, call them up, talk to them, try to calm them down. You know, I was was kind of saying it jokingly early on. It is kind of the truth. If you're stuck in that traffic or you get stuck in traffic at any kind of traffic, there's two things to remember. One, you're not in the traffic, you are the traffic. And then on top of that, just relax. There really is nothing you can do about it. Try to enjoy the time that you have to yourself in your vehicle. Hopefully it's a car that you like. Something I do want to point out that we can talk about on a format like this is if Vinny goes a little bit wider, the northbound lanes are wide open. There is no reason at all for that slowing except for people slowing down to try to look over the center divider and see what we're showing you right now. Looky-loo traffic, that's one of my pet peeves. This is ridiculous. The freeway is wide open. We were watching most of the morning where the traffic was just flying northbound. It was moving smoothly. Now that there's a little bit of sunlight, all of a sudden we have a backup, and that backup literally is right at the scene. There is no reason for this. No reason at all. If you want to, put your phone out the window, hopefully you're not on the Citizen app or anything like that because this is ridiculous. There's plenty of photos of what's going on. We don't need an extra picture, and we don't need any accidents, and we don't need any slowing. Some people might be watching right now saying, no, Stu, that's the slowing for the 101 transition. Vinny, if you go past the little hill and down towards the 101, I'll show you, it's not. It is wide open. These are just, we're going to be G in the 9, copy all. I'm just entertaining our folks on the internet. So there you go. So that slowing that we just showed you is just slowing for people who want to try to see what's going on. The southbound lanes just opened up, Vinny. Just opened up. So there you go. If you're watching on the digital format right now, there's your big your big hurrah. They have an escort to California Highway Patrol officers, and they have opened up 2 lanes. They've opened the carpool and the number 1 lane. So this is going to be great. I'm getting citizen apps on my citizen alerts on my phone right now. I know a lot of the folks that are digital savvy and interact with me are also on Citizen. But right now, you can see it. They've finally opened up 2 lanes. This is huge news. Hopefully, let me let my assignment desk know. Yes, they did. They opened up 2 lanes. I was just going to tell the assignment desk to tell Gigi. They opened up 2 lanes. The carpool and the number 1 have just opened up at southbound 405. Now I got to go back to texting my boss, Pete, about our camera issues this morning, which I probably won't because we're going to be right after Gigi. This is southbound lanes. That is the actual incident right there. Southbound lanes. They all opened up 2 lanes. You're welcome. And yes, I do have a cold. No, it is not COVID. Yes, I did test for it. No, I did not want to. Anything else? What were you saying too? Oh, I was going to say that I don't think they can see you. And if they can see you, then we have a real issue. No. No, I was saying something. If you know somebody in the traffic and you said, I saw you do 2, and I'm like, 2 people in the traffic down there? Why aren't we messing with them? We're going back. Vinny, you want to get a little closer? And it seems like the camera calmed down. Cool. All right. Did you do that? Okay. Be careful because they're coming to us. Top of the hour, we're going to be in Gigi's package. Wow, they're going to let us do this? Roxia. Copy all. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Gigi stole my thunder. I'm playing. Roxia, good news. I heard Gigi say it as well. The 2 lanes have just reopened on the southbound 405 freeway. Is this going to solve that traffic issue through the valley? Well, it's going to help a lot. So basically, the carpool lane and the number 1 lane open. You can see that shot right there, and that is the actual shooting scene itself. Now, they are allowing traffic to start flowing on the southbound lanes. Northbound lanes, they've been wide open for basically since 5 o'clock this morning. There is a lot of slowing, almost to a complete stop at the shooting scene. There is no reason for that. It is really, truly just looky-loo traffic. Now we're pushing back into the shot that's showing you what's going on the 405 in the valley. Basically, from the 118 to the shooting scene itself, it is super slow and go. If you're planning on getting on the 405 freeway for anything southbound in the valley this morning, find an alternate route. This is going to be going on well into the afternoon. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Roxia, back to you. Okay. Simon Desk, are we still hot on the digital platforms? Let me see let me do some investigating on myself here. Nothing, I'm just chatting it up. Let me see. No, these are old. Old. I don't think we're on Facebook Live. I think we're just on YouTube. Fox 11. What do we got on Fox 11? Oh, we are live. We are on Facebook. We got 945 watchers. You guys, I tell you, man. Poor Stu needs some tea. Cindy, I need more than tea. I do have that sore throat going on. I'm watching from Morro Bay. Why are you watching this? If you're in Morro Bay, just look outside the window. Enjoy some of that beautiful ocean and that nice big rock. Isn't that a big rock in Morro Bay? I'm always the volcanic cone, right? Yeah. And Gunnell. Oh, Gunnell. So at any rate, well, we're keeping an eye on what's going on out here. We're going to keep showing you the traffic. What's really disturbing to me is the fact that the northbound lanes, there's so much slowing that it. Thank you, Marla. Marla said, yes, we're still live. If I wasn't on Facebook, I wouldn't know. But anyways, we're watching right now, and it's the northbound lanes where they basically come to almost a complete stop. Vinny's showing it to you right now because I'm kind of reading my phone and looking out the window and monitors. But there's no reason for this. There's no reason at all for this. These are just people slowing down to take a look at what's going on and creating traffic hazards and backups. This is where that tragic accident happened with Brandy. Because people were moving fast down that hill. This is a really steep hill if you're not familiar, and people are just coming to a stop now, basically just looking out, just looking to see what's going on, and there's no reason for it at all. We're talking about the traffic right now. If any folks want to just kind of, tuning in, not for entertainment value, then why are you here? No, I'm just joking. But also just for getting some traffic information. Basically, it is real simple. If you're in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley, and you take the 405 south for anything, just don't do it today. Don't do it. We were making jokes. Call in sick. This is a good day to just play hooky. That's not advice. That's just a comment. Take a look right there. This is what it's going to look like until they clear the scene completely here on the freeway, and that is going to be some time because they've got a command post set up. They have a fatal shooting. Clearly, there is something a little bit more than, this guy just got out and started shooting. That Mustang is crashed. There is damage. It is up against the wall, has a flat tire, and there is no real information coming out to us, the media, on what happened there. Was this a pursuit termination? I doubt it because the stringers would have been all over it in the early morning hours. Was it a vehicle that crashed into the wall and then, maybe the driver needed assistance and, when officers showed up, maybe he was dazed. He didn't, who knows? Who knows? I don't. But what's going on is a very intense investigation down there. And they've got detectives. They've got a command post set up. We watched in the morning hours. They're walking the freeway. So whatever it was, the information will get to the public sooner or later. But right now, it is still a very intense investigation. They are looking for real answers. They're probably talking to the two officers, at least getting the information. They have plenty of backup to why those officers were there. That information just not coming to the public right now. I'm sure it will. But the freeway itself and how it's impacting commuters today, oh my gosh, it is just so bad. They have opened up 2 lanes, and this is great. This is 2 lanes of awesomeness, but is it going to help the backup? Probably not. Some of these folks that have been, if you're sitting at Roscoe in the 405, these 2 lanes being open, not going to help you at all. It is helping, at all. That's a tough one, but it is a super, super slow and go type of move right there. Take a look right there. You know what? We actually, I'm glad Vinny is showing me this right now, and this is real time, and this is how things change so quickly. That's Roscoe right there. That's going to be Nordoff Roscoe. And basically, it's starting to free up. People are probably getting the message, and folks are taking alternates. So it is moving a little bit better south of the 118, but then when you get into that mess you're seeing right there live, that's when it's going to get, it's going to be a parking lot. And I wish I could get my Google Maps working so I could give you a real number. They'll do this thing where they say 20 minutes plus or 3 minutes plus. It is unbelievable. Listen to Stu, take an alternate route. Yes, and this is the thing. Some people are saying, well, what's an alternate route, Stu? Well, if you're not local, that's... you should know an alternate route. And that's basically what I'm saying. If you're not local, then me telling alternate routes isn't going to help anybody. But if you are local, I'm sure you have something that you take. Like, maybe some people take Laurel Canyon, maybe some people take Coldwater Canyon, so maybe some people go all the way out, the 101 and try to pick up Pacific Coast Highway and make their way back to Santa Monica. Whatever it is, it's going to be better than sitting in traffic this morning. So that's, basically the best information we can give you right now. If you're planning anything from the valley down to the west side, on the other side of the hill, southbound lanes, 405, just stay away. That's the best deal the best information or, advice I can offer right now. If you take Laurel Canyon, we haven't seen it, so I can't really say, but I could imagine because this is going on, local traffic, and then added on to some of the other folks, it's going to be backed up. I can look out the window, literally look out the window, and tell you the Mulholland, Sepulveda, Skirball, all that area right there, it is pretty bad. They're just 2-lane roads to begin with, and they are completely stopped in some parts and really slow-moving southbound on Sepulveda Boulevard. So that's the deal. If you guys are just waking up, I don't even know what time it is right now, but if it's 9 and you have to be in at 10, you need to be on the phone and calling your boss, telling them, or taking pictures of your map on your phone saying, look, this is what I got to deal with. I'm sorry. And that's it. And hopefully everything will be okay. Some people are kind of going back to why is this going on? I guess you guys are just joining. Early morning hours. I'm guessing probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Fatal shooting, California Highway Patrol, southbound 405 freeway. Just past the Sepulveda off-ramp, so south of the 101. You see that red Mustang. That's, it is against the wall, and it is more than just parked against the wall. It looks like it collided with the wall. Earlier on, the lights were on, and we could see that the passenger light was not working, so there is some serious damage. Oh, was it a chase? I don't know. All we can tell you is that those two California Highway Patrol vehicles are behind that Mustang. There were shots fired this morning. The suspect or the driver of that red Mustang did pass away at the hospital from gunshot wounds, as we were told. No officers were injured, and right now it is a very serious investigation with California Highway Patrol in the lead, but I would assume, I don't have official information, but I would assume that there are other agencies assisting in the actual investigation, bringing homicide detectives and or other detectives to this scene to help in that investigation. That command post that you see right there, the reason why we're showing you that is it's going to give you an idea how entrenched law enforcement is on the 405 southbound. The 405 southbound is, basically 2 lanes are open right now. All those lanes are closed. Anybody that lives out here knows that this is basically slow and go with all those lanes wide open. Today, it is just stopped. So at any rate, this is what's going on, and it's all happening out here in the Sherman Oaks area. Northbound lanes wide open. There's no reason at all for that slowing. If any just pans the camera a little bit to the right or clockwise, you'll see those brake lights. That's not because people are slowing to get onto the 101 or there's some sort of backup. That is just slowing because they're trying to take a look at what's going on. That looky-loos stuff, that causes problems, causes accidents and headaches. There's no reason for that whatsoever. This should be flowing very smoothly right now, but a couple of folks want to take a peek at what's going on, creating all this backup. Selfish, very, very selfish. That's the way I'm going to word that. And Vinny's showing you right now that this is the 101. This is the 405 to the 101. Those are the northbound lanes that are basically empty because everybody's slowing down just to look at what's going on. Anyways, guys and gals, thank you for the time and checking us out. I'm going to mute my mic. If you know me, you know my voice is hoarse. And I have a donation page in case. Okay. So at any rate, I enjoy any kind of comments. I'm going to do some selflessness promotion right now. If you want to follow me, I'm always up for discussions or follows. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Stu Mundell. It's Stu Mundell on Facebook, and it's Stu Mundell, oddly enough, on Twitter. I try to put up photos and interaction with anybody who wants to interact with me. Patty wants to know what's going on. All right, Patty, one more time, just for you. All right. So this is going to be in the Sherman Oaks area. This is southbound 101 freeway. In the early morning hours, there was an officer-involved shooting involving the California Highway Patrol, and the driver of that red Mustang was taken to a local hospital and passed away from gunshot wounds. No officers were injured. For the longest time, they had all the lanes on the 405 freeway shut down for the investigation. Vinny's going to let that camera drift up a little bit, and you can see that huge command post set up there. They're doing this investigation on why this shooting took place or how this shooting took place. And while that's going on, the backup out here has been horrendous. So making that pan, turning up going up up into the valley. The valley basically earlier on was 118 all the way to the shooting scene. Was completely stopped. Basically, if you take the 405 south for any reason at all, don't do it today because it was completely a parking lot. It has opened up a little bit, and the traffic has actually opened up a little bit south of the 118, so people are getting the message. Looks like you have some first responders, some fire trucks right there, Vinny, trying to get on the freeway southbound. Yeah, maybe some sort of minor accident out there on the freeway. But the underlying thing right now is if you're in the valley, I forgot her name already. I'm sorry. Oh, look, there's a fire over there. It's the thing you can see from a helicopter out towards Burbank Airport. Keep tilting. You'll see it. There it is, right there, center screen. Center of the screen. I don't know. It's kind of the wrong color for smoke. But at any rate, stay off the 405 south if you're in the valley. In northbound lanes should be opening. It should be moving very, very well. But the bottom line is right now a lot of looky-loo traffic. That's really, really annoying. And well, I guess I'm not. I don't understand. I don't understand, guys. Patty, thank you. Patty wanted to know what was going on. Thank you, Renee. In the old days, I could just push a button up here and my